Hello guys, hello again. Chris here. This will be a Fanduel Week 16. My plays, thoughts, and bargains and all that stuff. What I usually do each week for NFL. But just a quick note. I really appreciate everyone who's commenting on my basketball videos. I've been getting a lot of good feedback. I even got a guy who told me I sound like Jonah Hill, which I don't think I do. But if I do, I guess I can take that as a compliment. Yeah, so I really appreciate all the positive feedback I'm getting on the basketball videos, and I will continue with football videos, and I'll continue with basketball videos, and hopefully it keeps growing because that'd be great, right? Anyways, let's just get right into this. I don't have a lot of thoughts. I don't have a lot of plays, but I will give you just a brief overview. I'm gonna do a little different this week. I'm gonna go with my top plays. I'm gonna give you two top plays, two value plays, a cheap play, and a punt play on each position, and what I think. So I'm gonna do that, and we'll see if it works out. So let's do that. And I even made a paper for this because I didn't want to keep looking back and forth. So shout out to Microsoft Word 2007. Let's get right into it. Quarterbacks. My top plays I thought is gonna be Rodgers and Brady. Brady gets a really nice matchup against the Jets. Rodgers gets Tampa Bay, who can be lit up like crazy. I think Rodgers throws 4 touchdowns, but maybe Lacy cuts into that a little bit, so maybe he gets 3. I want to say he gets at least 3 against Tampa. I think the matchup is just way too good. So Rodgers and Brady definitely my top plays. My value plays. When I mean value, I mean that for their price, I think they'll overachieve their price. So Stafford is definitely the first one. I think he's going to have a really nice matchup. I think he can match Brady-Roger numbers this week against Chicago, who doesn't have Cutler, which means that Stafford will definitely have more possessions, more opportunities to fling the ball around, which I think he'll do. And he hasn't had a good game. I'm assuming he has to bounce back eventually. He's only had 19 passing touchdowns this season. I'm assuming he has to bring that up to 25. Because I don't know. I think that makes sense. So I think Stafford has a really nice game against Chicago. Another guy, Josh McCown, I think will exceed his value at 7,000. The way I see it, Green Bay is going to be toppling these guys. I think McCown can get a lot of pass attempts, pass completions, a lot of yards, maybe 2 touchdowns in. I think McCown's a solid play. So is Kyle Orton, in my opinion. He plays the Raiders. What's it called? I think they can. Orton can definitely have a solid game against the Raiders. So 7,200, that's not bad at all. My cheap play. This is a guy who's pretty cheap who can get you some points. I'm gonna go with Sean Hill. He plays the Giants. Giants, not very good at anything defensive related. So I think Sean Hill can have an okay game. Maybe 2 touchdowns. One to his boy Bailey, one to my boy Britt. So maybe even get Cook involved too. Sean Hill would be my cheap play. My punt play. And punt is basically just putting someone in there who'll get playing time, but probably won't have a good game. Just kind of filling up a spot. That's what I think of a punt play. And that would be Jimmy Clausen, who's at 5,000 flat. He's very cheap if I can find him. Clausen, who's getting the start this week. Yeah, he's starting for Jay Cutler this week. Clausen's going to start. He's a punt play if you want to drop him in there to save room and stack up your position guys. That's not a bad idea at all. I think that's a pretty good idea. I might do that with the one lineup and see how it works out. But I definitely like Clausen this week. I definitely think he'll have an okay game, maybe a touchdown or something. And stop freaking stupid McAfee. Shit. Yeah, so that's my thought on Clausen. Running backs. I have 3 top plays that I think will get that 20-plus points. That's Charles, Murray, and Lacy. I think we'll all have great games for their price. It's even really expensive. Murray's playing with a broken hand, I think. So Julius Randle might be a good play because he might split a little more, but I think Murray will still have a good game. But he's playing with like a broken hand, which is crazy, which I applaud him for doing that. It's crazy. Charles, really nice matchup against Pittsburgh. I think Charles will go off. Lacy gets Tampa, who's Tampa, so Lacy will probably have a good game. My value plays, they're pretty right next to each other. I go Forsett. He plays his old team Houston. I know he played his old team Jacksonville yesterday and do shit. Forsett gets, Houston has Tom Savage in, who is the equivalent of shit. So he's not very good. I think more possessions for Baltimore means more running the ball for Forsett, even more pass attempts for what's his name, Flacco. But I think they run the ball more against Houston, so I think Forsett can have a good game. Mark Ingram plays the worst run defense ever. That's how I see this one, so I like him. I think the freaking Lions will be in the end zone often, so Joique Bell's also a nice play that I like in there. And one more is Fred Jackson, who I'm starting against Oakland. I think he'll have a lot of running lanes. He got 20 freaking carries last week, and he did pretty good with them. I think he gets a softer play against the Raiders. Maybe he gets 100 yards, maybe a touchdown. I think he'll have a good game. My cheaper plays, I starts off with Trey Mason. He plays the New York Giants, who, again, not good at anything defensive, and he is one of St. Louis's playmakers, so I think Trey Mason can definitely do something against the Giants. Another guy I got here is Dan Herron, who's been outplaying Trent Richardson. By the way, that trade is looking really stupid now for the freaking Colts. I think I should start this guy, Herron. He's been having good games. Dallas run defense a little soft, so I think Herron can have a good game. Where are you at? And then my last one is Jonathan Stewart. Cleveland struggled against Jeremy Hill and Giovanni Bernard last week like crazy. They're going to face a similar problem with Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams. I think Stewart gets the majority of the carries and the majority of the work and majority of the yards, maybe even a touchdown against Cleveland, so I think Jonathan Stewart has a good game. And by the way, Cleveland has a really good pass defense too, so it only makes sense to run the ball on them. So those are my cheap plays. For a punt play, so just somebody you want to stick in there, I'm going to go with my boy Doug Martin, who got a really nice matchup actually against the Green Bay Packers and had a pretty good game last week. So you can see him as a value pick or a punt play or a cheap play. He kind of fits all three of those categories, but he's really cheap. So I like him. I think he can have an okay game against Green Bay, and he's pretty damn cheap. Also, Asiata wouldn't be a bad play either. He seems to just get in the end zone somehow. So Asiata, Martin are both my my punt plays. For wide receiver, I got a lot of top plays because wide receivers they're a lot more deep. So wide receivers, I got Calvin. Obviously, he's gonna have a great game. Demaryius Thomas is gonna have a great game. Jordy's gonna have a great game. T.Y. Hilton's gonna have a great game, and Dez Bryant's gonna have a great game. Maybe even A.J. Green. They'll probably have to rely on him a little more. So A.J. Green's also a lock up here. The top receivers always usually do good, but I'm gonna go with my value picks right away because the top plays are obvious, and I just said them right now. So my values, I go Golden Tate because I think he'll get involved in the passing game too. Edelman, I think him and what's his name, LaFell will have good games. I think Edelman a little more though against the shitty Jet secondary. Jarvis Landry, just because he's my boy, and I bought his rookie card the other day at local cards shop here. I bought his rookie card. It looks sick. I'm trying to get all the rookie receivers this year. I just need a couple more bucks. I'm gonna like frame all of them. They look. I got Odell Beckham Jr.'s jersey patch. It looks pretty. You know what? I'm gonna show it right now. Hold on, guys. Just in the middle of this, I just want to show it real quick. Come on. Yeah, I got a couple here that I buy. Here's Odell Beckham Jr. I got his jersey patch. I bought this for like $5, and I thought that's a pretty good deal. He's probably going to be the best one coming out of this class. And I got his jersey patch, and Odell Beckham Jr. is a beast. Also have Matt Barkley's auto. I'm hoping that he eventually does something good. But, I don't know. I also got Jeremy Maclin. You guys can see that. That's pretty cool. I got a jersey patch. Sorry, guys, but I'll go back to what I was doing. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to show that real quick. Thought I had to represent my homeboy Odell Beckham Jr. and my boy Jarvis Landry. But I like Landry this week. Watkins, another solid play I saw on here. Raiders, really big, talented receiver. I think the Raiders struggle with that, so I think Watkins can do some damage. Torrey Smith for the Ravens, I think he'll have a big play. Because I think he hasn't had one of those in a while. If he's playing, is he playing this week? He's not listed. I think he'll have a good game. I like it a lot. I think he'll have a really good game against Houston. Marquise Colston, really consistent for the Saints so far. Kenny Stills been not doing great. He's been getting yardage and catches, but no touchdowns. I think Colston is that touchdown guy. And it has to be a shootout between him and Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan and Saints and Falcons, so I think it's going to be a good game. And then my other one, Vincent Jackson, he's been getting a lot of love lately. He's been getting a lot of love. A lot of targets. He's always been getting a lot of targets, but he's actually catching them now. So he's been having some pretty okay games lately. 20, 10. So Vincent Jackson's not a bad play at all. Okay, so my cheap plays, they can be pretty simple. I'm gonna go Stedman Bailey. Where's my boy? My boy Harry Douglas. Going down the line here. Dante Moncrief, I think, can have a really good game at 5,900. He's a pretty solid play. Cole Beasley, I think, can also have a good game because he gets a lot of targets with Williams out, or Williams not even playing. I don't know where the hell Williams is at, but Beasley's been stepping up as of late. And he's pretty funny on Twitter, too, so there's that. And let's see who else we got here. We got... Oh, Kenny Britt. Kenny Britt's really cheap at 5,700. He'll probably have a good game against the New York Giants, so he's not a bad play either. Let's keep on going here. My punt plays at receiver, they're not great, but Marquise Wilson gets a lot of playing time. And maybe they'll look to him. Maybe he gets a cheap touchdown, 5,600. And Dwayne Bowe, he has a nice little matchup. But Dwayne Bowe has not been relevant since like 2007. So if you want to grab Dwayne Bowe, go ahead and do it. He has a good matchup, but I don't know if he'll take advantage of it. I'm already at 11 minutes. Holy shit. All right, tight ends. Let's go with that quickly. Gronk, Graham, Olsen, and Thomas are the top plays. I like them all. And Gronk is probably going to have the best game. Olsen, surprisingly, can have a really good game. He's really cheap, 6,900. My values are just Kelsey and D. Allen. I think D. Allen bounced back last week. 5,400, so cheap too. Travis Kelsey, a really good receiving threat for the Chiefs. I would say he's their number one receiving threat. Fuck Dwayne Bowe. And he plays Pittsburgh. Like I say, guys, Pittsburgh is horrible. Defensive related, but our offense is pimping. And we got the best running back in the NFL, Le'Veon Bell. Just thought I'd get that out there. My cheaper plays, Owen Daniels, and where you at, my boy Jared Cook. Jared Cook's a weapon. I know I picked a lot of Rams already, but why not? So Jared Cook's a pretty okay play at 5,000. Rudolph would be too if has he been stepping up as of late? I haven't really been paying attention to him. Oh look, he stepped up last week. Rudolph's not a bad play. I guess Bridgewater's finding him. Owen Daniels is my other cheaper play. He plays his old team, Houston. So maybe Owen Daniels was like, you know what, fuck you, Houston. You guys didn't do shit and they hold on to me. He's also coming off a game with a touchdown, so you know there's positive there. Kickers, guys, go with the cheapest ones you can find that you think will have a good game. I'll go with Graham. I think it's gonna be a shootout, so go with him. Defense, I only picked the Browns so I could, because I'm kind of punting that position. I might punt something else, but I go with the Browns because I don't trust Derek Anderson. I think he's still playing, and yeah, the top plays would probably be the Bills, Ravens, Seahawks, Giants. I mean, not Giants, Rams. Yeah, there's a lot of top plays. Maybe even the Broncos, because on primetime the Broncos smash like crazy. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. That was 13 minutes. I'm sorry for that. But thanks for watching the video. Thanks for all the support. I'm head-to-heading anybody who wants to play. $1. You guys are down. Just letting you guys know. $1, all right? I'm not trying to go crazy here. I like doing it for bragging rights, and it's pretty fun. And yeah, I know my haircut is stupid too, but I just thought I'd get that out too. Again, thanks for all the support, guys. It really helped. I started with not even like 2 subscribers when I started this whole thing, and I'm at 83. And yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, head to head, I'll leave everything in the description below. But that's it for today, guys. So bye bye.